Okay, what is the worst problem that businesses hit? Well, our 15 years of research, and I have been listening to the best of the best in the world teaching, giving lectures, things that they practically do every single day in their business lives. So you're talking billions of pounds of testing that's being done by all these guys. You're talking about research that's been carried out and positive things they found and they implemented them in their businesses. Those businesses became billion-pound businesses. I'm talking about big guys like Steve Jobs, you know. I'm talking about him and bigger guys, Microsoft and McDonald's and these guys, really big people like all these telephone people like O2 and Virgin and what have you. The, they've tested what works and how to create the best products. Now, all this research and all the stuff that I've learned, there are many things I've found out that causes the success and the failures. Now, some of the top things I'm teaching you in these YouTube videos are absolutely free and it'll save you fool's amount of money and stress if you were to pay attention and do research on what you're learning. What I've found again and again and again these people have been teaching is how come there are just 1% of the people, just 1% of the people in the world that do extremely well. So just to be a bit generous, we'll increase that to 5% of the people that do really, really well. Because if you get into the group of the 5% of the people, you'll get to live the life that you want to live. Not a problem, right? The question is, how come only 5% people do that? So in 50 years from today, there will be new people in the world, but only 5% of them will ascend up to that position. 500 years ago, it was the same. Only 5%, look throughout history, only 5% of the people do well. The question is why? They're naturally that way. They are gonna do well. Somebody that's born today, there might be 3 million people born in the world today, okay? 5% of those guys are gonna do well. And 95% of them are gonna struggle. It's always been that way, as I explained in my other audio. It is like this today, it will be like that in the future. That will not change. This has been tested. What makes them that way? That's how they are. That's how they just are. You send out a message, and this guy says, I am not slaving for you. I am not fitting central heating for you anymore. I worked hard. I've gone out there. I've got my education. I got my training. I know how to do this. I'm not going to work from 5 in the morning till 8 at night making you money when I can do it for me. But I'm going to do it in a big way where I'm going to go build a business that's going to go somewhere and then I'm going to move on further. The question is, what is the worst thing that can happen to somebody? And here's the answer. This is why the 5% and 95% are different. The number one problem that every single person faces, and 99% of them don't even realize they have that problem. And that's why the failure rate is so high. They believe they know all that they need to know to run their business successfully when they actually don't know. So much so that you try telling them and they get angry. They don't realize this happened to me. They don't realize when Chris said to me when my taxi cab company was failing, he said, give me 3 differences between you and your competitors. I was gobsmacked. Nobody's ever asked me that before. And he was being nice about it. He said, well, why don't you just tell me? Your business is going down the pan. Luckily, he saved us. I mean, the advice he gave us, if you listen to the audios, he'll tell you the business went up 4 times. I had 2 businesses. One went up 4 times, the other one went up 7 times in a space of a year. Because he told me do things that add massive value to the lives of the customers. But anyway, coming back to what I was saying, When he put this in front of me for the first time, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because all the things I think of I do, my competitors are doing. So he said, please don't get angry, but be happy. The fact that you don't know the difference between you and your competitors is you realizing now that your customers can't see that either. So if your customers can't see the difference between you and your competitors, why should they come to you? You haven't given them a reason to come to you. Hence, they're not coming to you. Would you go to somebody that is not inviting you? No. When you go buying something, what do you look for? There's 10 guys selling a TV. Who are you going to go to? You're going to be looking for who's giving me the best deal. So what are you giving your car? It's the first time I realized. But he was nice about it. It didn't hurt so much. But that's the first time somebody knocked on my door. I thought 26 years of experience, that's me and my partners collectively, we knew what we were doing. The business failed. Because we didn't know. The second question he asked me, okay, now tell me, what are the three differences? You don't know them, right? No. That's the first proof I'm giving you that you do not know what you need to know to run your business successfully. Because if you knew, you would have done it. And you would have been successful and you wouldn't have been failing and I wouldn't have been sat here in front of you telling you that you don't know. So first I have to convince you that you don't know what you need to know to run your business successfully. So the first thing he explained to me, where did the confusion come in? He said your confusion came in because you drove a taxi. You thought driving a taxi and running a taxi company is the same. And other businesses do the same. So because the hair cutting guy is doing the same, the central heating guy is doing the same, the electrician is doing the same, the chef is doing the same, the guy is picking up skips and unblocking toilets, he's doing the same. Everybody thinks that because I can do this for me, I can do this for running a business. It doesn't work like that. And that's what causes the failure. And to make matters worse, because they believe it so much, they believe there is no difference in me doing it for me and me running it as a business. That's why they believe they know. And when you tell them they don't, they get angry. You're only here because you were about to go bankrupt. You were looking for a solution. You found me on internet and I'm sat here in front of you talking to you. But you wouldn't have come looking for, you didn't even come looking for a solution for the failure. You came to look for how to improve the problem you were having, i.e. advertising. And accidentally you just found me. You still, even though you were failing and I'm sat in front of you, still I had to convince you that by giving you evidence you don't know. I know the way out. Well, okay, then open the door. And you got 10 keys and you try all 10 and none of them work. After you've tried all 10 and none of them worked, then I give you a key. Now you know the door has not opened with whatever you know you've tried and it hasn't worked. The business is failing, right? Right. Now try my key. And I try your key and the door opens. Now I've learned two things. One, I don't know. Two, I know that you know. I need to learn it from you. So the worst thing that can happen to somebody, and does happen to 99% of the businesses, is this. They believe they know when they actually don't know. I've explained why they believe that. They've got this thing in their head that because they think they are good at what they do, it's the same as running it as a business. And it is not. And that is the biggest killer. See, once you find out you don't know how to fix a problem, that's easy then. Then say, well, I don't know. I need to go and find out. That's easy. Those are the lucky guys. My boiler was not working. I had to ring the plumber and see, it all makes common sense, doesn't it? But when it comes to business, we are stuck. We think we do know. I had a guy say to me, he got red in the face when I found this as a friend of mine. I said to him, you've had this restaurant for about 7 years, haven't you? He goes, yeah. I said, tell me, what do you do in this restaurant where you are doing something different to the other restaurant? And he couldn't come up with one thing. 30 years they were in the restaurant business experience he had. And he started getting angry. Then I asked him another question. I said, do you have a carding system here? Which is something I learned from Chris. Do you have a carding system here where you write down the names and addresses of the customers and you write down their dates of birth, and then on their birthdays you give them a call and say that whoever wins on the 17th of September, whose ever birthday falls on that day, 1 week before, we put everybody's names in the hat. So whoever birthday comes up, we'll call them for a free meal in our restaurant. And he went quiet. So go on, tell me the last 6 months you've had 3,000 people come into your restaurant and you've said to them, everybody's birthdays were collected and you put them in order. So you got 15 people on the 1st of January, 15 people on the 2nd of January, different dates, yeah, right? And you say, right, you put them in a hat and say, okay, let's see, the September's coming up, so bring the September hat. So you put our hat in there. As September's coming, you pick up 5 people. So you got the 15th of September, you got the 17th of September, you got the 23rd of September, you got the 2nd of September, you got 29th of September. These are the 5 people who have won. And now you're going to ring them and say, guess what? Your wife's birthday is on that date. Okay, if you want to come to this, she gets a free meal. Tell me you've done that. And he comes and spends £70 in your restaurant because no other restaurants bother to ring him to say happy birthday to his wife to give him a free meal. So he pays for himself and his wine or whatever he wants to do, right? So it's a £70 meal. She gets 30 quid off. You made a £40 sale that night that you would not have made if you didn't do what I've just told you. And it always turns out to be that birthdays, you always check out the free meals on the quiet night. So birthday might be on a Saturday night, but you're going to check out the meal on a Wednesday night. Following Wednesday if you want. And if you think that you've got a spare table on that night, then you can call them in on that night. But they won't be too bothered about the fact that you pour them on a different night. The fact that you've given her a free meal, it'll go a long way. Tell me you've done that. And he got angry. And I said, why are you getting angry? And it's difficult. I knew what was going on because it happened to me. I got angry too. And Chris says, don't be happy. Get excited. At least now you found out that you don't know. So once you find out you don't know, great. What are you going to do next? You've solved 90% of your problem. 99% of the businesses never get there. They're stuck in the circle. I do know. But if anybody can come to terms with themselves, but boss, if you knew, why are you struggling? You need to go and find out. Even if you come into the next level, say, well, you know what, I really don't know. I need help. Yeah? Now, it's all right for you to go out there and spend £30,000 over 3 years doing a degree and ending up with a debt that you probably never will end up paying. That's lucky if you ever get a job. You're okay with that. It's all right for you to go out there and spend 5 years learning how to fit central heating boilers and radiators and do an electrician course. It's okay for you to work for 7 years, learn how to carpet and flooring, how to fix roofing. It's okay for you to go out there and spend 5 years to learn how to panel beat body cars and do a mechanical course and this and that. But when it comes down to learning how to do that as a business, you haven't got a clue. And if somebody tries telling you it, you get angry. So I will say the worst problem the people, and this is not me saying it, by the way, this is them saying it, the people I've learned from, the worst problem people get hit with. But I do know. You try talking to, go on, you've got business out there. If you're working for somebody else, do you want to be a slave of them? Listen to these videos, they'll tell you, there's no need to be a slave of somebody else. There is a way out. Drop me a line, I'll show you a way out. There is something you know that's so priceless that you're an expert at, that somebody out there needs to know that. Somebody out there needs the information that you're a master at, and you need to find out how to get it in their hands, and they'll pay you for it. I'll give you another example. A friend of mine, very recently, I explained in the other audio before, the one before this, he was stuck in selling his car, couldn't sell it. He rang up a friend of his that knew something. He said, I don't know about buying and selling cars. His friend gave him a solution to the same car that people were trying to rip him off for £1,000 actually ended up making him £3,000 because he knew I don't know. So he rang and made the answer, and his friend gave him an idea, do this, and he did. And that led him to 2 more ideas, and he ended up following those ideas. 3 ideas put together saved him £3,000. Why? Because he accepted, I don't know, I need to ask somebody. So who can I ask? How can I solve this problem? But the problem with us is, when you're stuck in a circle, I already know everything, you're not going to go out and ask. So answering the question, what's the worst problem that businesses have? Is they believe they know when they actually don't. And they never get out of it. They never get out of it. And the ones that do come to the next level, that is, I don't know, I need to get help. The last thing on their list is to want to pay for information. They don't want to pay for it because they don't know anybody else who has. And guess what? But there is a way out. There is a way out. Then if you do pay for it and if you get ripped off, that's the end of the show. There is no way I'm going to ever go and trust anybody for business advice again and pay for it because I've been ripped off. But you've done 50,000 other things in your life that haven't been profitable to you, but you manage to carry on, look for another way out until you find that's the winner. Not everything you're going to do in life is going to work first time. You got to keep going. There are some, things that you can do that stack the cards in your favor. Yes, I'll tell you what they are. You do not give a single penny over to anyone, especially in business advisory, because that's what I specialize in. Yeah, okay, to anyone unless they can guarantee that that penny is safe. Unless they can say to you that I'm not talking about 1,000, I'm talking just 1 penny. Unless my 1 penny is 100% safe, I'm not going to trust you. Because if you are as good as you say you are, then I want you to guarantee my penny is safe. And hey, come on now, talk to me. If you're morally, ethically a sound person, you're not going to rob somebody's penny if they've given you value. And if he's good at what he does in his business advisory, he should be giving you pounds worth, not a penny. Now, if you received pound value for the penny you've put in, would you want your penny back? No. And if you do, then he doesn't need you. You can have your penny back. He doesn't need somebody in his business he wouldn't be targeting for somebody who is worried about penny. He knows I can give you 1,000 times the value that you can get anywhere else, and I'll give you a life-changing opportunity in your business. Okay, so he'll say, come on in, and if you want your penny back, you can have your penny back, because he doesn't want to work with people that he can't give value to, and he doesn't want to work with people who don't want value. So he's not worried about the penny, and nor should you be, and nor will you be, because like I said to you in the last video, if somebody has given you a life-changing opportunity, that's given you the first light that can give you the life that you want to live, and given it to you in a way that doesn't cost you a single dime, would you not want that? And why would you want to cheat that person? I don't think you would. So coming back to the basics again, if you can find a way of dropping me a line, sending me a message, I'll get back to you, or go out there and look for your own self. You need to admit that unless you are in financial free status, that you've got nothing to worry about, you're set for life, good luck to you. Then go and help others who are not. There you go. Go and do that. Help others. Because 99% of the people in this world, my brother, struggle, and my sister, they struggle. They struggle because they just don't know. They think there is no way out there. There is a way out there. And that's what the 5% do. They do not give up until they find a way out of the cave. They die trying. And that's what makes them different. And that's why they get there. See you in the next video.